Good day, everyone. Welcome. This is Cheesy Media. Charles here. Hope you're good. So, there's this trending video making the rounds on social media regarding the one of the smart schools. It looks like it was already collapsing. It's a structural defects of that particular school. That video was shared by one Chooks Eric. He wrote a message. He wrote a direct message to the governor stating his finding. I think it's quite commendable, calling the authorities to basically look at what exactly that these people who have been contracted to build are really building. You know, I keep saying that most of the time, governance is not only a set of people who have been employed or who have been elected to do their jobs in terms of governance. Governance is you and I, the role that we play in making sure that these people are put, in check. I would expect that to happen also for roads. If there are other places that we have seen, because there are a lot of road construction going on right now. This actually almost always happens when the government is embarking on a large scale infrastructure. Remember, the smart schools are 260 across 260 wards. So you can imagine 260 projects going on at the same time. I know the contractors are different, but trust me, there are a few of them who want to, cut corners, not use the best of equipment, not use the best of services or manpower in order to get things done. So I'll just show you the visuals of what has been shared on social media, and then we can take it up from there. And this is an open letter from one General Snow _ who shared the video earlier. It says, an open letter to Governor Peter Mbah on the dangerous state of the smart school project. Sir, the smart school projects introduced under your administration has been widely regarded as a transformative idea, one that could redefine the future of education in Enugu State, but ideas, no matter how noble, are only as valuable as their execution. And what we are beginning to see raises serious alarm. He continues by saying that this video making the rounds on social media allegedly shows one of the smart school structures already collapsing from the foundation before even being commissioned. Walls are cracking, structural alignment is visibly flawed, and the entire construction reflects a level of delivery that is dangerously substandard. All right, that's a part of that message. The other part reads, so the responsible and urgent thing to do is to conduct a personal independent inspection of this particular site and others under the construction across the state. That this specific structure should be completely demolished and started afresh. It is not a case of patching up what is already compromised. Anything short of this would be a gamble with lives. Those in charge of this clear failure must also be held accountable, both for the technical lapses and the economic waste. Public funds and trust are at stake here. This is not merely a construction issue, it is a question of safety, of responsibility, and of the integrity of your administration's promises. These are schools for children. It would be unacceptable for even one child to be endangered because quality was sacrificed for speed or appearance. This is a defining moment, the right thing to be done now to protect lives, to restore public confidence, and show that leadership means taking action. He continues by also stating that leadership means taking action when it matters most. Respectfully, General Snow, Enugu. So this is actually some of the rounds that this comment have made. I mean, there are so many reactions to that particular visual. So just as I have displayed, let me, allow you, watch the visuals, and we'll be back to speak more on that and also speak on the government's response regarding this development.
Ogunan, Omami, Ogunan. The smart school one I don't know anyka. Yamukuro here. Anagamon. There is urgent need for intervention. Kabiak, Kahumene, Menayabo, Smart School Anar. Yamukuro there, Anagamon, the entire building have all collapsed. The foundation need a collapse, Chauma. And of course, we know that the foundation of a building with problem. There is already a threat to the entire structure. The whole foundation in a collapse, Chauma. Not even single one is still intact or safe. Abiam no anywhere. One yard reba. Yard reba. Almost noble quackery. Noble incompetence of the engineer. Noble on the mason. Recording Warako no. Can it be Davido? Uno to Pochagoma. Makazi Alrezu Enunish Bikon do in order to ensure Nemwegu unfortunate incidents in the future. There is urgent need, if I may say, to abrogate, to cancel this whole thing and start afresh.
Okay, so now we've watched the video. Let's look at the response of the Enugu State Government on this matter. The video of structural defects in one of the smart schools project. The Enugu State Government is aware of a video currently making the rounds on social media showing structural defects, including cracked walls at one of the smart green schools construction sites in the state. We wish to assure the good people of Enugu State and the general public that they said defects had already been identified through internal monitoring systems before the video surfaced on social media. The state government promptly terminated the contract and disengaged the contractor responsible for the substandard execution. The affected site was also flagged and scheduled for full remediation to meet the high structural and safety standards that the Governor Peter Mbah administration has committed to uphold. Let it be clearly reiterated that this administration will not tolerate substandard work of any kind. The safety of our children, teachers, workers, and host communities remains our highest priority. To ensure that such lapses are prevented across the 260 smart schools at various stages of completion across the state, the government established a three-tiered quality control and monitoring mechanism comprising local government engineers who serve as the first line of supervision, the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure, which conducts technical oversight and quality assurance, and the Governor's Delivery Unit under the Office of the Secretary to the Government, which provides high-level independence verification of every project's milestone. This multi-layered approach assures that no structural flaw goes undetected and corrective actions are taken swiftly and without compromise. We urge the public to note that this is an isolated incident in a vast number of 1,500 ongoing projects under the Mbah administration. In such a large-scale construction of projects, there may be attempts by unscrupulous contractors to cut corners, but we are fully equipped to detect, expose, and correct such deviations promptly. Indeed, this case is proof that our systems work. The Peter Mbah administration remains deeply committed to delivering world-class, safe, and durable educational infrastructure that will serve our children and communities for generations to come. We will not relent until every smart school stands as a symbol of excellence, innovation, and integrity. We thank the good people of Enugu State for your vigilance and continued support, and we reaffirm our commitment to uphold the highest standards in all infrastructural projects across Enugu State. Signed, Professor Chidebere Onya, Secretary to the State Government of Enugu State. This is very, very important that this was brought forward. I just wanted to also watch this video so we can take it on from there.
You need to come to the office. We need to start the process of termination.
Abraham can get dog work when guys suffer the consequence. Then if it's not aligned in that, everyone also got this serious about it. One head wrong with using the local workforce, but you also have to think about how to manage your own risk. You cannot use this type of block. We're going to check every block you come. When you people come here, do you check the test, the quality of the block? You flagged it and told them they can't use it. Yes. Let's go to another smart school. What he's saying now is around rubbish. That was not what we said. If I'm coming here, Kita, governor went and went the extra mile. I took Jan. Governor spent his executive time. I took Una something, and he took it to the bank. A notice to terminate on this side. You know, I've warned you people. Are you the contractor?
I'm the reformer.
So I don't need to be talking to you. Where is the owner? Find out from who the owner is. You should go to the Ministry of Works on Monday morning. We will remove all this.
Come on, that's a problem. Then, and so what? We
have enough hands working on site. We've not really gone out of site. I sleep here. I come from Enugu, but I stay in Apapumense. I've been here since Monday.
This is Umaj in Ozi Ward 4. It's a good work. We're seeing a quality work they're doing. This is in line with His Excellency Governor Peter Mbah's vision for the people of Enugu State.
What are you laying? Okay, let's see. So you're about to find.
Where is the gauge? Let's look at the gauge.
So the governor has been very clear that we're going to work intentionally to de-risk the process as much as possible. Our role is to build the capacity within the Enugu State Public Service. We want transparency, we want traceability, we want accountability.
So I for one, like I always say, I'm not the type that would want to come and sing praises for anybody. When something happens, because nobody is perfect, sometimes when you want to do a project, when you want to do certain things for your people, there's always some things that come on as a barrage, as a barrier to it, or it wants to scuttle that plan. Now, you could say in your right mind that, look, whatever happens to the smart school or whatever happens with any of the project, if it is substandard, the buck stops on the table of the governor. All right, I agree with that 100%. But then again, what happens is how many times have we seen in this country, in this climate, that people would do something wrong, and instead of addressing those things that have been done wrong, they let the things are let to slide. People still have their jobs. People are not asked to leave their jobs when they do something wrong. But this is a government that is proactive, has disengaged the person who is responsible for that particular contract. If it were somebody who was biased or who is tribalistic or who has something to do with the contract for kickbacks and the likes, but you would have shot into in fact, they would have even arrested the person who exposed that video. They would have arrested the person and say, in fact, where did you get the video from? And they would try to, kill it, and you will see their minions do one or two abracadabra that is a lie. They've gone to the area of where the school collapsed, and it's nothing like that. This is AI generated. These things happen. But this is a government that have taken responsibility and say, look, this is an isolated case. We have sacked the people who are involved, and we're going to make sure that we correct that particular structural defect. That is governance for you. For me, governance is not even about when things go wrong or shouting when things go wrong, but the reaction of the government when things go wrong. What is the move? How does the government react to criticism, the things that happen? So many people are saying Governor Mbah doesn't like criticism, that he goes against people who are criticizing him. This one now, hasn't it proven to you that he likes criticism? As long as it's constructive, you can show evidence that, look, this has happened. Then he can address the matter. So this is, a great in its own sense. And I also hope that those who are doing contract for the government would look at this particular one and learn from it and make sure that they do a standard job. Gone are days. This guy has tastes. This Mbah guy has serious taste. The taste no be yell. The taste is serious. Gone are days when you just do anything sharply because you think it's a state government. This guy is a private guy. He came from a private sector. He knows what he wants to do, and if you don't give him what's the quality of what he wants, he's going to push. He's going to even arrest you. So don't even try it, just in case you are one of those who are looking to do contract for him. So these are my points. I thought I should let it out. I'd also love to hear from you if you got any comments regarding this development. Many thanks. God bless.